I discovered that the future is black. The future is black.
Yes, I am white. Yes, I have green eyes. But no, I'm not European. I'm African. And to every white South African, especially Afrikaners, stop clinging to the West. The future hasn't been there in over 400 years. And those Afrikaners who fled in 49 thinking they'd escape Africa, they died the day they left. Their children aren't Afrikaans, they're American. Their culture, buried. Their identity, lost. You do not preserve a culture by running. You preserve a culture by evolving. If you really care about being Afrikaans, about your blood, about your identity, about your children, then your future is in African unity. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to become part of Africa's direction or you will be wiped out by history. Just like any settler who thought they could live on borrowed time. Pan-Africanism isn't just for black people. It's to anyone committed to the land, the people, and the future of Africa. The next war is already here. The war of ideas fought in our soil, over our resources, and over the direction of Africa. It's time to stop being settlers and start being African.
They tried to bury black people, but didn't know that we were seeds. They tried to bury us and didn't know that we are seeds and we are growing up.
I would like to end my statement by saying this. What I do support is the ability of African children, whether they are from Haiti, whether they are from Jamaica, whether they are from South Africa, the continent of Africa, or born here in the United States of America, to have a proper African-centered education so that they can develop self-esteem, so that they can understand how to control business and organize themselves for self-sufficiency so that they will not be dependent upon the kindness of white American society, which in so many ways has failed black people. Thank you, and I will take your questions.
Now, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Grand Rising Kings and Queens from Africa and across the ocean. And I greet you today with love, strength, and purpose. Thank you for being here and for standing with the truth. Today I'm going to talk about something that the world is quietly watching. I'm not going to react, I'm just ranting. Please, 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 I hope you would watch my video up to the end because today I'm not reacting on anything. Now, I sat down and think about myself. I sat down and think about black people and think about the movement that we have between black Americans, Caribbeans, and Africa. I think about the dialogue we are having between black people. We are communicating and we are talking. And I discovered something. I discovered that the future is black. The future is black. And not just because of our numbers, not just because of our culture, but because this future is truth fueled. And the truth is the most powerful weapon ever created. The truth is so dangerous. I just want you to sit back and listen to what I'm trying to say. And comment down there if I've talked something that is not correct. Comment down there if you think I'm right. I'm waiting for your comments. Please allow me to wear this because of light. Thank you. Now, I'll say this. The future is black. And this isn't just a slogan. It is a prophecy. And this prophecy was there even before. So it's not just about the catchy statement we are saying to please black people. No. It is a spiritual reality. It is historical. It's a prophetic fulfillment. For centuries, black people have seen buried under systems. For centuries, they have tried to build or erase our truth. We had colonization, slavery, segregation, economic sabotage, cultural theft, and more. They didn't just want to control our bodies. They wanted to erase our memory. They wanted to distort our image. They wanted to steal our future. But the tide has turned. The wave is shaking. And now black people across the world are waking up, not just politically, but spiritually. Not just spiritually, but economically. Not just economically, but intellectually. Not just intellectually. All of things that meant perfect is happening to black people right now. And it's happening faster than the world ever expected. Oh, yes. I know you can feel it. I know somehow you can feel it. You can feel that black people are moving in the right direction. Right now, black people are reconnecting the dots between black Americans, Afro-Caribbeans, Africans, Afro-Latinos, and even the black people, those in Europe and Asia. We are seeing that we are one people. Though it's facing some barriers, it's facing some resistance, but we are doing it. We are doing it. And that realization is shaking the foundations of white supremacy. Because once the black world is united, the systems built under the lie to divide us, it's collapsing. And the lies can no longer hold. The fear becomes theirs. It is scary. And I said, the truth is fueling the future, or the truth is fueling our future, or the future that I'm saying. Now, this truth is why black culture is getting copied. This truth is why we are feared in the boardrooms. This truth is why we are feared in the courtrooms and classrooms. And this truth is why our stories are being erased, are being banned and silenced. Truth is the flame that burns through every lie they have told about Africa, about slavery, about black people, about black Americans, about Caribbeans. You see? And I'll say this. They told everyone that Africa is poor. They said Africa is poor. Even Africans don't believe in their continent because we believe it is poor. But you know what? We are discovering Africa in the richest, or it is the richest continent on the earth. Right now, the youths are discovering this. We are discovering about who we are. The youths, culture, minerals, and power. We are rich on this. They told us that black Americans were just descendants of slaves. But we now know the truth. Black Americans are the descendants of scientists, descendants of warriors, descendants of inventors and gods who survived the worst brutality and still created a blueprint for the culture. Just imagine black Americans of what they went through. Even if you cannot feel the pain of black Americans, but you can know on what they went through. If you read the history, you can feel that pain. And still, black Americans came out and built the greatest culture to ever lived in the world. They are the blueprint. They told black people that they do not have history. They said it. But now, the scrolls, the pyramids, the empires, the oral traditionals, they are all being dug up and re-examined. And the truth was never lost. It was buried, and it's now rising. They buried in the ground. And that is the fuel behind the future. Not just hope, not just numbers, but truth. And for sure, I will say this. The system is panicking. The system is panicking. They are panicking. When they see black children speaking Swahili and studying African history, they panic. There's this young man who is full of knowledge. Let me play his video a little bit.
The message I have in my heart is that let us keep the spirit of African unity. Because I know one day, time will come when Africa will unite.
Yes, he's Ugandan, full of knowledge. These kids, like this young man, they are the one who are the threat to the system. They are the one who are giving the system sleepless night. They are the one who are creating chaos in the mind of the system, and they cannot bear this. When they see black Americans moving to Ghana, moving to Kenya and Tanzania and Africa and investing in land, they panic. When they see Caribbean nations rejecting the British monarchy and demanding reparation, they panic. When they see African youths challenging IMF and World Bank like the black people in Kenya did, see this one, what they did here in Kenya, they panic. Because this isn't just cultural shift. It is an economic shift. It's a political revolution. It is power shifting. The power is shifting. And they know what happens when the black truth takes hold. Every empire that enslaved black people has fallen. Rome, Portugal. See what's happening in Rome, in France, in Italy, in Paris. It is panic after panic, and they are falling. Britain, Belgium. America is next. It is not a threat. This is historical law. When the oppressed reclaim the truth, the oppressor loses power, and that is what they fear the most. And what they fear the most is the role of black people, the Gen Z. Not black people, but the role of the black youths, the role of the Gen Z. Because the people who are leading this revolution are the youths, especially black Gen Zs. These youths ain't playing. We are not playing. We are not here to beg. We are not interested in fitting into a system built on with lies, the white lies. We want to build our own. And that's why you are seeing each and every youth. They are rocking natural hair with pride. They are exposing racism on TikTok. They are creating their own businesses before 25. They are getting rich before 25. They are calling out fake allies. And they don't believe in fake peace. That's at the youths. And what's wild is even non-black Gen Z folks are following their lead. White Gen Zs are embracing black music. You see them rocking and dancing onto hip-hop and all this black music, rock and roll. They're wearing braids. They're putting braids on their head. I'll say this. The white Gen Zs, I'm so happy with you. I'm so happy that we are living in a generation that everyone is going on its own place. Everyone is going on his own rail. You see, when the black Gen Zs come out here, they know the history and they demand. White Gen Zs are on the other side trying to put the truth out. And that's why you are seeing videos online. They are putting their videos. They understand now what happened. They are embracing our fashion, our speech. They are talking like black people. Why? Because truth is magnetic. And the black youths are waking up and they're walking in truth. No more trying to be accepted. Now it's just about respect. And this, they are breaking generations' chains and stepping into generational purposes. The black youths are the storm of the sunlight, and the world know it. And right now, when I sit down, when I talk, I'm a youth. I'm a Gen Z. I'm a first year Gen Z. I don't know how to put it, but I'm a youth. And for me sitting here down and talk about these things, it needs a lot of strength, a lot of research, and a lot of accepting to go out of my way of happiness. I could be out there doing this type of content. Personally, I'm a comedian. Yes, I'm a comedian by profession. I have done a lot of comedy videos, more than 1,000 comedy videos in Swahili. But I did not stick on comedy because this was a calling, spiritual calling. And I said, what? Let me follow this. And that's why I was listening to Louis Farrakhan, the minister. I've been listening to Angel Davis. I've been listening to all these Tim Wise and all these Jen Elliott, all these ministers and professors who speak the truth and who try to show us the way. That's why I decided, let me talk about this. It is so scary because there's some things I speak. There's some truth I need to put out. It is so scary. But at the end of the day, I put myself there. And I said, what? If I can change two souls or one soul to believe in Pan-African, to believe in Africa, to believe in black, to love black, we must love ourselves. That's the beauty. Loving yourself is the better thing you can do for yourself. So loving myself as a black person is one thing. I realize that Africans, we used not to love ourselves. I cannot lie. We used not to love. Even right now, you can see like we are praising other countries. Some of us are still on that mindset, praising other nations. And we don't praise our own. If you see someone wearing Gucci and I'm wearing this one, they will start laughing at me because I'm wearing local. We are still trying to change the mind of each and everyone because the time has come. The time has come. I decided to go on this path because this path is for the truth. And I am for the truth. I am here for the truth. Even if sometimes I get comments about you are repeating yourself about unity, repeating yourself about the truth and black culture. No. The more you listen to this, listen to it until it gets in your head. When you sleep, you think about black unity. When you sleep, you think about black power. When you sleep, you think about black shifting power. You think about economic liberation. You think about political liberation. When you sleep, you think about Africans uniting with black Americans and Caribbeans. When you sleep as a black American, you think about reconnecting with your ancestors. You think about going back to the motherland, not going to stay, but even to visit. What you don't understand is that as Kenyan bees, I don't force black American or Caribbean to come and live in Africa because it needs a lot. I understand. And in everything, we have something that I call money is involved. But sometimes you can decide, let me go and visit. But if you have a calling of living here, building here, it's better. But if the calling is not yet there, you can just come and visit. We need to believe in this, what I'm saying. The future is black. The future is black because right now we are witnessing something powerful. The global rejection of white systems. This is what we are when I was growing up, I was seeing them folks, white system. I was seeing America. I was seeing Portugal, Germany, France. I was like, we were praising these nations. When someone gets a job in Germany, oh my God damn it, wewe umefaulu. That's a Swahili word saying that you have made it. Umefaulu. Getting a job in Germany, God damn it, you have hit. But right now, when someone tells me I've got a job in Germany, I don't have that happiness so much. I don't know why, but I'm like, oh, it's good. You are making future, going making money. But please, 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 remember to come and invest in your country. Someone said, Africa is just a grave for rich black people. When they get money, they go there, they invest in America, invest in this country. When they die, they come back here. But it's the other way around. Africa is where richness is being made. When you are going to Germany, when you are going to US, when you are going to France, going to work there, it is good. Because sometimes here in our countries in Africa, we don't have those opportunities. But go there for some time and come and create opportunities so that the other youths will not go. That's my prayers. It's my prayers that if you first went on these countries to get a job and you have made it in some one way or the other, come back and invest in the motherland so that us, the youths who are still here, who believe in Pan-Africanism, who believe that we can make it here in Africa, who believe that we are building this country, we get something to eat. At the end of the day, all of us must eat. And you who started, you are the reason. That's why we always call for black American to come and invest here. When a black American, when you are investing here, when you build school here, when you build companies here, when you rear chicken here and you employ people, you are giving us jobs. And so all these people who think of running the country, they will stay here. They will stay here and fight for the nation. Because if all we go, nobody will save Kenya. If all we go, nobody will save Ghana. Nobody will save Nigeria. No one will save our nations. But I'm so happy right now black people are no longer inspiring whiteness as we were doing back then. We are not chasing their validation right now. We are not asking for their permission. We are building alternatives. And I'm so happy that right now we have a discussion in Africa of alternative currencies, alternative education systems, spiritual paths, media. You see? I'm so happy with that. Just look around. Pan-African movement are growing. Afro is called what? Afro-fusion or Afro-futurism. No, it's no longer fiction. It is strategy. African spirituality is being embraced right now, and white systems, those controlling religion, capitalism, politics, are being questioned like never before. Because of what? Because we have realized that the white system need us more than we need it. Their wealth came from our labor. Their culture comes from our rhythm. Their history was built on our bones. And now we are reclaiming it all. Black truth is going to win. And what do you think will happen when black wins? Black truth wins. I have a problem with my eye. What do you think will happen if black truth wins? Let's dream for a moment. Let's dream for a moment. Let's dream for a moment. If black truth wins, or maybe it's not a dream, let's predict. If black truth wins, African nation will finally unite into a global power. And we'll have this global power block, no longer begging for UN, AU, IMF, World Bank. If black truth wins, black American will control billion-dollar ecosystems without relying on Hollywood and Silicon Valley. If black truth wins, our children will learn their true history, not starting from slavery, but from glory. If black truth wins, we will rebuild Black Wall Street in every corner of the world. If black truth wins, we will own our media, our narrative, our power. We will love ourselves fully, spiritually, physically, and mentally, and we will protect our future. Okay? When black truth wins, the whole world gets better. Because the foundation becomes justice, the vibration becomes higher, the future becomes righteousness. And it's already happening. You can see it. Every black person has a role. Whether you are in Africa, in America, Brazil, London, Haiti, Jamaica, in the island. This is your moment. Don't wait for permission. Start building, teaching, and learning, loving, connecting bana. Start connecting, my dear. Habari gani? Tafadhali tuanze kuconnecting. Let's start connecting. Whether you are farming land in Kenya, coding apps, design clothes, let's start connecting. So we must unify beyond borders and languages. We must deprogram the lies we were taught in schools and media. We must re-educate our children and ourselves. We must reconnect with Africa, spiritually, economically, and culturally. Reclaim our stolen histories and artifacts and truth. So the future is black. That was my message. And that's not a threat. That's not a dream. That's reality fueled by truth. They tried to erase us, but the truth is, so you can't erase the original. You can't delete the soul. You can't kill it. It's a seed. And this seed is growing. And black people are that seed. So if this message has hit home, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And I love you so much. Pray for me. My eyes having problem. I started shooting in 2018 or 2019. Since then, I'm having problem with my eyes because I use light. And this camera, but I'll get better. If black people unite, it will be one of my sweetest things. I don't mind losing my eyes. Just trying to talk to you, but I'm so happy what I'm seeing right now. Peace out.